Hey there, boaters. I'm Captain Stacy Hanrahan, and welcome to Monday's episode of The Boaters TV. First up, our Captain's Caption photo was provided by Cork Friedman. We'll reveal the caption of the day at the end of the show. Now in Power Play, Southern Boating's Captain Robb Hanrahan is here with the latest from Yamaha.
Hey there, Captain Stacy. Yamaha just invited a bunch of us boating journalists to Amelia Island, Florida to test the latest outboards. Sorry, Stacy, you missed out on this one. In this month's Southern Boating Engine Room, I talk about the company's plan to let the lifeblood of its mammoth 350 V8 introduced last year to trickle down through the rest of the lineup. The new F250B picks up the V8's command link controls and gauges to add smooth fly-by-wire control to the V6 four-stroke, making it easier to operate. The electronic gauges include a speedometer and fuel management readout, plus automatic synchronization for twin and triple applications. Command Link also has a really neat feature that allows you to adjust the friction and stops on the controls for better feel in various seas. I tested the 250B twins on a Contender 31 tournament, and judging from the whole shot, Yamaha has produced a smaller displacement engine with plenty of torque. Low speed control is improved through the Command Link trolling option, which allows you to adjust the engine's trolling speed from 600 to 1000 RPM. And for those that want to sneak up on fish, you're going to be happy with the V6's extremely quiet operation. I actually had to turn around and look for raw water flow to be sure those twins were idling. The smaller 250B might be perfect for people who don't need the performance of the Big Brother V8, don't have room on the transom, or just want more fuel economy. Yamaha also showed off its new Saltwater Series XL props, and keep an eye out for this. Yamaha Marine Group is putting its entire line of marine care products under the Yamalube brand name. Fuel additives, adhesives, and lubricants will now all sport the new label, and they're color-coded, so you can't go wrong when rushing in and out of the marine store so you can enjoy a day on the water. I've got a lot more on what Yamaha's up to in my Engine Room article, including details on their four-stroke F40A outboard. So pick up a copy of this month's Southern Boating Magazine or register for our virtual magazine at www.southernboating.com. Captain Stacy, back to you.
Thanks, Rob. Next, we'll see what's splashing around in nautical news. Sea lions may be adorable to many, but for some boat owners and bayfront homeowners in Newport Beach, California, there's nothing cute about these loud and heavy marine mammals. In Newport Harbor, sea lions crowd the docks and love to sunbathe on the decks of moored boats. Problem is, they're a little heavier than the typical sunbathing beauty. Last month, a 24-foot wooden boat was sunk by two of the basking animals. Boat owners try to sea lion-proof their vessels with netting fences and plastic chairs, but the smart ones have found ways to bust through and climb aboard anyway. Nearby residents also complain about their loud barking. Little can be done to shoo the sea lions away due to federal laws protecting them. The animals come to the harbor in large numbers during the summer months, and the problem has gotten progressively worse since a 50-foot vessel was sunk by the sunbathers in 2005. Next in Green Marine, what does your weed whacker and your boat have in common? The Environmental Protection Agency recently announced what it's calling new surf and turf standards, tough anti-pollution rules for engines that power pleasure boats and lawnmowers. Inboard and outboard engines will have to cut smog-forming emissions by 70% and reduce carbon monoxide emissions by 20%. The rules go into effect in 2010. Meanwhile, by 2011, gas-powered engines and lawn equipment with 25 horsepower or less will be required to cut emissions by 35%. To meet the requirements, manufacturers will likely put catalytic converters, standard in modern cars, into their new boat engines and garden equipment. You can expect this change to make the engines more expensive. But the EPA says the new rules will help clean up the air and prevent hundreds of premature deaths.
EPA's new small engine standards will allow Americans to cut grass as well as air pollution. These standards help fight smog in our neighborhoods as we continue to improve the environmental landscape.
Plus, the agency believes the regulations will lead to a more efficient combustion process that will save nearly 190 million gallons of gasoline each year. By the way, this story revealed an interesting statistic regarding our priorities. Did you know Americans spend more than 3 billion hours annually tending their lawns, but only 500 million hours boating? Seems a little backwards to me. For more on the new surf and turf standards, go to www.epa.gov. And now it's time to announce this week's poll. Here we go. Price aside, when purchasing an outboard engine, what is most important to you? Fuel economy, power, appearance, type of controls, weight. To vote, simply go to www.theboaters.com. And finally today, the captain's caption of the day is, "Doesn't he know how dangerous this is? That bottle could easily fall overboard." Submitted by Jim Chapman. And that'll do it for this episode of the Boaters TV. See you back here on Wednesday.